So let me talk about current trends in learning design, and let's begin with the first one. Blended learning designs have topped the list of trends in the past 5 editions of the report, in part due to flexibility and convenience for students. So some findings of experiments related to blended learning designs include being able to complete assignments online, high quality design and structure, easy to follow animations and interactive quizzes, provision of review of lectures online, and focus on more difficult topics for the face-to-face class. This has all contributed to the positive view of blended learning designs among students, as evidenced by the findings of researchers. Another trend is actually collaborative learning. It refers to students or educators working together, and this is based on the perspective that learning is a social construct. Activities in this approach are focused on four principles: placing the learner at the center, emphasizing interaction, working in groups, and developing solutions to real challenges. The key benefits of collaborative learning includes improving student engagement and achievement. This is in part could be attributed to the fact that learning becomes a part of their social interaction because group work as well as activities are encouraged. It also bolsters openness to diversity, and it exposes students to people from different demographics, and this is where certain skills like intercultural communication competence comes in. It's very important now for students to be able to adapt and adjust to different cultures as they are exposed to people from different parts of the world as they venture into more collaborative learning um, activities. Now, let me present solvable challenges. If we say solvable, these are what we consider as something that we both understand and know how to solve. So the first of these for our track would be improving digital literacy. Um, if we're going to take a look at this issue on a more global scale, it is more of an issue of developing countries because they're a little late and they lag behind in terms of adapting and creating technology. So digital literacy actually ensures that students can use the latest technologies and develop skills to select the right tools for a particular context to deepen their learning outcomes and engage in creative problem solving. It also encompasses the ability to critically evaluate information on the web. The implications for policy leadership or practice would be increased access to high quality learning materials, and this sorts of addresses the issue of digital divide. The only uh, concern that we have is that for developing countries, poor internet connection is really a problem or a concern that sort of hinders the access to quality learning material, especially when bad weather comes in. Uh, it also has implications for curriculum modernization and development of standards, and these are actually very crucial if we are looking at this on a long-term basis, and if we are looking at it such that the future generation becomes more and more aligned with the skills that are expected of them as internet citizens. Another of those solvable challenges would be integrating formal and informal learning, and this can create an environment that fosters experimentation, curiosity, and creativity. Now, the key to integrating informal and formal learnings is finding a unified manner to support assessments and certification of knowledge and skills gained through a variety of ventures. Certification actually serves a big purpose when we would want to integrate these two types of learning, formal and informal. Implications for policy leadership or practice would definitely be integration of informal learning to curriculum, but before that should be done, a thorough assessment has to be made on whether what the student really learned is at par with what is expected as an entry competency for them when they get into formal learning institutions. And this brings the issue of recognition of informal learning as part and parcel of the total learning process. Now, let me present important developments in educational technology for higher education. And for this segment, the influence of mobile learning um, will be presented. So mobile learning actually enables learners to access materials anywhere across multiple devices, iPads, desktop, laptops, mobile phones, and this creates opportunities for students to connect with course content, especially for the millennials. And this would definitely impact on the way how students would learn and specifically and in general education itself by increasing the students' engagement with course content, especially they can access it anytime they want. It increases collaboration between students, teachers, and parents, and there are now apps that could facilitate collaboration and more uh, capability to integrate the parents into the loop of communication so that parents can keep track of the improvements of their children. And it provides no boundaries for learning as students learn anytime, anywhere, like what's happening now in World Campus. Now, all of these would definitely make mobile learning an essential part of the total learning process, and at the same time it would require educators like us to become a little more concerned about enhancing our skills in terms of learning new technologies. And thank you for listening.